Imagine this. Sarah earns exactly £99,999 a year. Her colleague James earns just £1 more, £100,000. You'd think James is slightly better off. But in reality, that single pound difference could cost him thousands of pounds every year, if he has a child in nursery. Let me explain why. In the UK, childcare support depends on your child's age. For children aged 3 and 4, every family is entitled to 15 hours of free childcare each week across 38 weeks. That's universal. Everyone gets it. And it lasts for almost 2 years, from the term after a child's 3rd birthday until they start school in reception, just before turning 5. But if both parents work and neither earns £100,000 or more, that entitlement doubles to 30 hours a week. Now, there's a catch most people miss. To qualify for those extra hours and for tax-free childcare, each working parent has to earn at least the equivalent of 16 hours a week at the national living wage, but less than £100,000 a year in adjusted net income. Now that works out roughly to £2,167 a month, or about £26,000 a year in 2025. It doesn't matter if you're employed or self-employed. What matters is your average income. Now earn below the threshold and you don't count as working. Earn above £100,000 and you lose everything. So there's this awkward middle ground where you have to earn enough, but not too much, to keep your childcare benefits. From September 2025, the government also extended the 30-hour scheme to children as young as 9 months old. But here's the crucial difference. For under 3s, there's no universal 15 hours. It's all or nothing. Either you qualify for the full 30 hours or you get nothing at all. And on top of that, you can still use the government's tax-free childcare scheme. For every £8 you put into your childcare account, the government adds £2, up to £2,000 a year per child. Sounds good so far. Now here's where things start to unravel. If either parent earns £100,000 or more, you lose the extra funded hours and you lose the tax-free childcare. And there's no sliding scale. It's a cliff edge. The moment you cross that line, all the benefits vanish. So let's go back to Sarah and James. Sarah earns £99,999. If her baby is 9 months old, she qualifies for 30 hours of free childcare a week. At around £10 an hour in London, that's worth £300 a week, or about £11,400 a year over 38 weeks. Add the £2,000 government top-up and she's saving over £13,000 a year. If her child is 3, she keeps both the universal 15 hours and the extra 15 hours, saving about £5,700 a year plus another £2,000 from tax-free childcare. That's £7,700 saved in total. Now James earns just £1 more, exactly £100,000. If his baby is 9 months old, he loses everything. No universal entitlement at that age, no tax-free top-up, nothing. He pays the full nursery bill and ends up £13,000 worse off than Sarah. If his child is 3, he keeps the basic 15 hours but loses the rest, again around £7,700 worse off every single year, even though he owns only just £1 more. Now let's look at another example. Let's say Emma and Tom, both working parents. Each earns £99,999. Together, their household income is almost £200,000. But because neither of them individually crosses the £100,000 mark, they keep all the childcare benefits. That's £13,000 saved for a baby under 3, or £7,700 saved for a 3 or 4-year-old. So here's the irony. A dual income household making nearly £200,000 gets full childcare support, but a single earner making £100,000 gets nothing. It's easy to see why so many families feel this rule is unfair. It punishes single earners while higher earning dual households can still qualify. So what can you do if you're close to the line? Well, the key is understanding adjusted net income, because it's not just your salary. It includes things like rental income, dividends, and savings interest. But you can reduce it with pension contributions and gift aid donations. For example, if James earns £100,000 but contributes £3,000 to his pension, his adjusted net income drops to £97,000. Now that brings him back under the limit. And in doing so, he keeps benefits worth up to £13,000 a year for a baby or £7,700 a year for a 3-year-old, while also boosting his retirement pot. Another smart move is salary sacrifice. If your employer offers options like pension top-ups, cycle to work schemes, or even electric car leases, you can lower your taxable income that way too. Gift aid donations also help. A £1,000 gift aid donation is treated as £1,250 for tax purposes, which can just be enough to pull you back below the threshold. So let's recap. For children aged 3 to just under 5 years old, everyone gets 15 hours of free childcare. Working families under £100,000 can double that to 30 hours plus use tax-free childcare. From 9 months to 3 years, there's no universal 15 hours, it's all or nothing. Families under £100,000 get the full 30 hours and tax-free childcare. Families over £100,000 lose everything. That can leave you more than £13,000 worse off a year for a baby under 3 and nearly £8,000 worse off for a 3-year-old, even if your salary is just £1 higher. So the lesson is simple. If you're anywhere near that £100,000 line, be smart. Don't let a small bonus or pay rise cost you far more than you gain. Review your pension contributions. Look at salary sacrifice schemes and consider gift aid donations. Because in today's childcare system, smart income planning isn't just about tax savings. It's about protecting your family from losing benefits worth thousands of pounds every single year. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more videos just like this one. If you're keen to learn more about personal finance, be sure to check out the industryportal.com, link in the description below. Thanks so much for stopping by, and as always, keep growing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.